there, my name is Miss Munns and I am here today to show you Ticker Class and to introduce you into a few things that we need to know for the rest of the year. So if you'd like to follow me, I will show you Ticker Class. So we've got some displays up, some working walls waiting for some brilliant work, our phonics displays. This is our reading corner with our tigers. We'll be reading The Tiger That Comes to Tea, so that's why we've got the tigers out. This is our maths working wall here, and as you can see, we've already got some bits and pieces up. Our zones of regulations that Miss Foskett will be talking to you about. Here we have our science boards, getting ready for some wonderful work. Here's our diversity boards, where all the children have filled out all about me balloons. And this will be our wow work. And as you can see, we've got some tables and the children's neat and tidy packs all ready to go. Okay, I would like to talk to you about a few things that you'll need to know for the year. The first of is how you can help your children at home. So this one is really quite simple. We can help our children by reading with them and to them in the evenings. We can make sure they get early nights, make sure they get breakfast in the mornings, the use of Dojo. So all of us teachers and additional adults are all on Dojo. So if you have any worries or any concerns, please do feel free to go onto Dojo and give us a message and pass that on. I know a few of you have already been doing that, which is absolutely fantastic. So those are the things that you guys can help at home, and obviously supporting them in homework as well, which Miss Cockman will cover a little bit more of. I'd like to speak to you about water bottles as well. Can we make sure that your child is sent in every single day with a water bottle, preferably named as well? This is obviously because we don't have cups at the school at the moment. We're not giving out cups. So it would be really, really good, especially on PE days, but every other day is vital really as well, that they have a water bottle that we can refill. While we're on named and labelled things, could we also make sure that every single piece of item of clothing is named? Because our children obviously get quite warm in the playgrounds and they'll take their cardigans off, and it just makes it a lot easier to be able to hand the children their cardigans and their jumpers and coats back to them instead of having to go to lost property if they are named. Speaking of uniform, can we also make sure that they're wearing the correct uniform, so trousers or skirts, polo and a jumper, and of course PE day as well. So our PE days are on Tuesdays, every single Tuesdays. On Tuesdays, please make sure that you send your child in with their PE kit. So on the warmer days, that would obviously be some shorts and a polo top with some trainers and some socks. On the cooler days, they will be going out in the cooler weather, so make sure that's, I'd probably say, tracksuit bottoms and a jumper, as well as the polo and the trainers, which would be great. If your child is prone to having little accidents, which is fine, could you just make sure that you send in some spare clothes just in case? And then if they do have an accident, we'll send the dirty clothes home in a carrier bag, all tied up. Lastly, I just want to speak to you about snacks. So we do offer a variety of different fruits. Sometimes it's pears, apples, bananas, raisins, every single day to the children. However, this does vary and it will be different, so your child might not like something on the day. So if you want to send them in with a snack, feel free. That is absolutely fine. And then they can enjoy it at break times, which they have now, which they absolutely are really happy about. But yeah, and I think that's all from me. So I'll hand you back over to Miss Cockman and Miss Foskett. Have a wonderful day, guys.
Hello parents, I'm Mrs Cockman and I am one of the class teachers of Class 1CF. I will be in the classroom on a Monday, a Tuesday and a Wednesday. So if you need me, please dojo me on those days. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about homework. So homework you should have already have at home. We've put it on Dojo, and you have your homework books being sent out. We will only ask for the homework books at the end of the half term, but if you can send pictures and put them on your child's portfolio each week to show their homework so we can see how they're getting on. Reading books, we will send home reading books on a Monday, so please make sure on a Monday you have the reading record in school, the reading book in the book bag as well, and then we will change those each week for you. Please don't forget you also have access to Bug Club, where there are a lot more books, so you can be reading more frequently different books if you'd like to. I'm going to talk a bit about the curriculum for year 1. So this term our topic is all about me. So we are learning about the body, we're learning about where we live, we have a role play area which is a home area, we also have a hospital role play area as well, so they're getting to know that. Next half term is living in Harlow, so we're going to find out a bit more about Harlow, so if you've got anything that you can add to our topic then it would be great for you to send some things in. In spring, we learn about hot and cold places, so we look at animals as well that live there, and we look at the weather, and we do lots of descriptive writing on that. In spring 2, we look at Florence Nightingale, and that links really nicely with our science topic, which is the human body then as well, and we look at all of our senses. In summer, we look at weather, and they become weather reporters in that half term, and in summer 2 we look at kings and queens. If you think there's something that would be helpful for us, if you've got any information or you've been on somewhere on a trip on a weekend and you've got some bits that you could give us, that would be fantastic. Thank you. The only change if you are in the other year 1 class, Miss Mumsy's class in Tigger Classroom, is your reading books and reading records will come into school on a Thursday. So Paddington class is on a Monday, but Tigger class will be on a Thursday.
Hello parents, I'm Mrs Foskett and I'm your child's class teacher on a Thursday and Friday. So if you have any important messages you need to get to us, please make sure you dojo me on those days. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about our behaviour system and our zones of regulation that we have in the classroom. Our behaviour system is here. All the children start on Ready to Learn. Should one of the children need a warning, they would get a first verbal warning from the adults in the classroom, and their name, their photo would move down to these think about choices. Should the unwanted behaviour continue, they would then get a second warning, and they would move here and have a small time to think about their behaviour in the classroom as a reflection time. Should negative behaviour continue further, they would move down here and they would have to go and have some reflection time in the partner classroom, Tigger class. And likewise, if your child is in 1NM, they would follow this, but they would come for their reflection time in here. By now, the behaviour is usually corrected and we start to move back up the ladder, but should it deteriorate further, we would send your child to spend some time with a member of the senior leadership team. However, on a positive note, we are here ready to learn, and if we spot your child making some outstanding choices and some good choices, they can move up the ladder to gain some rewards and dojo points. They would move their name initially to good choices, and should their outstanding choices continue throughout the day, they can move right to the top of the ladder where they will get to see Mr. Evans, and a raffle ticket will be given for an end of term raffle where they could win a prize. So although I spoke about the negatives first, this is also a positive way to reinforce behaviour. We also have in school, throughout the school, zones of regulation. This is where children can think about how they are feeling. So we'd like children all to be on green, ready to get going. But should they be feeling a little bit wobbly that morning, perhaps they feel a bit tired, they may move themselves into this yellow area, and that just lets the adults know that they're feeling a bit wobbly this morning. In the blue area, that's where they're feeling like they need some time to themselves just to make themselves feel a bit happier and ready for learning. And then we have a red area where they feel a bit out of control with their feelings and they need support to be able to be ready to learn. There is more information about zones of regulation on Dojo. If you haven't seen it, look out for it. The only other thing I have to speak to you about is just a reminder of our times of start of the day. So we come into school at 8:50 at the main gate at the top Key Stage 1 playground. We will collect your children and then we will meet you there again at 2:50 for home time. If you have not given us a password for your child, so this is if you are not collecting them and you are sending somebody to collect your child on your behalf, please could you give us a password? It just makes it that bit more secure so that we know they are going home with the right adults. Speaking of adults, we have lots of adults working with us in Year 1. Some will introduce themselves later on, but we have Mr. O and Miss Burling who will see them every Tuesday morning for PE. That's both Year 1 classes. And we have Mrs. Lee who will see both Year 1 classes at a different time for their French lessons each week.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Richards and I work in Paddington class on a Monday and Tuesday and Tigger class on a Thursday. I look forward to working with your children and I'll see them all soon in class. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, I'm Miss Sullivan and I work in 1CF class.
Hello, I'm Miss Knight and I work in Year 1 NM1 class.
Hi, I'm Miss Keane. I work in Year 1 Paddington class in the morning and Year 1 Tier class in the afternoon.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Creek and I work in class Year 1 CF.
Mrs. Butler and I work in NM class Year 1.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Collins. I am a 1-to-1 and I work in Year 1.
Mrs. Cross and I work in 1CF.
Hi, I'm Mr. Diaz and I work in class 1CF.
The presentation. I hope you found everything useful. If there's still any questions that you're not sure of, please do contact one of the class teachers and we will try to get back to you as soon as we can. We're really looking forward to working with your children. They're a smashing year group and we can't wait to meet you all properly soon.